Alrighty, we got a tornado warning out over here into central Alabama, where we are seeing a pretty decent area of some wind move through the Wiley area. Not seeing a debris signature right now, but that wind is pretty darn strong on our storm here. And this is continuing to push down to the south and east, south of Whitson or Whitson. It's hard to, I guess that's how you say it. But yeah. Definitely a couplet that is on our storm right now. So if you guys are in this area, I would definitely get to your safe spots. It's going to be for Whitson, Three Forks, and over there near Providence as well here in Alabama. So again, our storm is up here further up to the north and west, and then right crossing over SR or State Road 69. See, we have strong winds going in this direction, and relative to the storm, that is creating some rotation on the northern side. Again, no debris signature, but this is probably the most dangerous rotation that we have seen all day. Probably some of the most dangerous rotation we have seen all day. Could produce a tornado. This one, I actually think it could be close to actually producing a tornado here. Just waiting on that latest scan to come in. Yeah, still not in yet. But again, if you live over there in Wiley, you need to be running, not walking to your safe spot. But it's very possible that this storm is already past the folks here in Wiley, Alabama. But again, this tornado warning was just issued out here into parts of Alabama. Again, we were over here just to the west of Birmingham. If this continues on the similar track, let's go ahead and give a storm track here. If it continues on a similar track, looks like it'll be near Hueytown, Bessemer in 42 minutes, McCalla by 44 minutes, and Pelham by 1.1 hours. And if we zoom in even further here and do another one of those track things, you can see that there are no cities that it's calling out, but it looks like it's going into a pretty rural area right now. So that's good news. Hopefully it doesn't impact anybody if it does drop one. All right, latest scan has come in. A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas. Latest scan has come in. Still have some very strong winds on the southern side. Still a little bit of a couplet, but I wouldn't say it's nearly as well. It's a tad bit less rotation, but I still think enough rotation on this storm to take seriously. A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas. How's Parrish, Alabama? Your family lives there. Let me see where Parrish is. Just make sure it's not near our tornado warning. Parrish, Alabama. Yeah, you guys are fine. They're fine. They're north of the storm. Definitely got some heavy wind and a lot of or heavy rain and a lot of wind. Lightning coming their way. There's a lot of lightning in our storm here right now. Still waiting on that latest scan to come in. Hello. I'm back. How's your weather? I got a lot of big lightning strikes over here. Another area up here near Kimberly and Morris. Some broad circulation up there. Not overly concerned about it right now, but definitely has a little bit of circulation there. I do want to check back in other places. We had a tornado warning down here in Louisiana, but that never had any strong rotation, so I didn't issue another live stream for that one. Let's come back and check in on this storm that we called out near Vicksburg. It looks like it's still trying. It looks like it's ingested all of those mergers. Let me see this one's lifespan here. Is that the one that had all those mergers nearby? Yeah, it is. Interesting. It is trying to mature. It's got some half dollar size tail and 60-mile-per-hour winds on it. So thank you. Grew up in Vicksburg. Yeah, they have a decent amount of tornadoes over there. Do we share Storm Chasers feed on your feed as well as the map? What do you mean? What do you mean? Do I share Storm Chasers on your feed as well as the map? We always get crazy storms in Vicksburg. I'm telling you. I can't tell you how many times I've said that on stream. The word Vicksburg. Quite a few. All right, latest scan. Looks like our storm is losing its rotation still a little bit more on this latest scan. Still an area technically of rotation, but it is just a tad bit weaker. So it looks like the trend is a tad bit weaker each scan. We'll see. We'll see just how long this tornado warning stays issued for, but the storm's moving pretty fast down to the south and east. It should be in Providence. Let's see here. Should be in Providence in around 11 minutes. There's gonna be some pretty strong winds there in Providence. Thank you, Granny, for becoming an EF1 member. I do appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. I live feed showing storm and lightning and people out in the field. Yeah, we usually have people out and about, but all of our
a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
Back up, I guess. Don't think he's near the storm though. He was over there in Mississippi earlier.
Yeah, it's gonna rebuild.
The heck? How did he make it on here? Why is he on one of these feeds? Get a little goober out of here. That guy is, I don't know what. Yeah, I've watched that guy before. He is just so over the top. No hate. I mean, everybody has their different methods, but man, it just feels like an alternate universe watching that dude stream. If you like tons of shouting and loud noises, though, I mean, that's the guy for you. I would check him out. He's a very, I will say this, when I watched him, I walked away from it being like, It made me think. It made me think. Not about the weather, but about something. The latest scan over here, just east of Wiley, still some pretty strong winds and still a little bit of rotation over there south and west of Three Forks as our storm continues to surge down to the south and east. Come check back over here with the storm near Vicksburg. Yeah, we got a classic supercellular structure on this storm right now, but no rotation. Not a single iota of rotation. Let me check the upper levels. There is some rotation aloft. You can make the argument if that can make it down to the surface, that could be a stronger storm. Let me bring up Weather Circle, which is going through a seizure right now. Is it still going through that seizure? It is not. Well, that's good. Sorry, I officially switched over to the other type of radar that we were going to use. It's PNGs now, but I still need some work. This little tiling shouldn't be happening. But yeah, looks like they have officially allowed that tornado warning to expire, so that's great news. We'll watch the storm for a little bit and see what we end up seeing. Okay, so what is Robbie doing? What Robbie doing? Let's listen in. Let's see where he's at. Let's see what his plan is. We got some lightning. You should go to that storm in southwest Mississippi. keep an eye on it. We have a weather alert notification system in Weather Circle. I think I do. I think it works. Not sure if it works outside of the app. See, every other scan on Weather Circle is coming in like this. It is so weird. The good news is that sometimes it comes in right. But yeah, I made a post on Weather Circle explaining what I'm doing, but essentially I am switching my radar pipeline, so it is still going to be buggy. I got interrupted yet again trying to do that. I thought I'd have enough time.
Warning has been issued for these areas.
What? Okay. It still showed a tornado warning there in Alabama on weather-wise for a little bit there. Yeah, latest scan, still some strong winds on the southern side and still technically a very weak area of rotation heading into Providence. We still have to watch. This is what we've been kind of worried about seeing today, which is that cold pool surge. Whenever you get these strong winds that surge out in front of your storm, you can get some decent inflow on it. Even in these more outflowy type environments. And so with this storm in particular, I think it is still worth, like, folks over there in McAllen and near Bessemer here near Birmingham to continue to be at the very least weather aware of this storm. I mean, you are going to have to be indoors anyways in the next, 30 to 40 minutes. Let's get an updated track for the folks down there. Storm track. We'll do that little surging gust front. Looks like it says 27 minutes until McAllen, and then in Bessemer, 29 minutes. The northern portion of the storm will be heading into Birmingham and Vestavia Hills. This shouldn't be our tornadic portion, but sometimes these storms change over time. So if you live over there in Hueytown, Birmingham, or Vestavia Hills, we're talking about anywhere from 22 minutes to 34 minutes for like the Birmingham area, and then 22 minutes for Hueytown. And by this rotation in Louisiana, what rotation is going on with the? Okay, I gotta refresh otherwise. There we go. Not seeing any rotation in Louisiana. I guess this is technically super weak rotation. You can definitely tell that this is like rotating around something aloft. Yeah, there's definitely rotation aloft on this storm, which is why we are seeing this hook echo on this storm. So, I mean, yeah, it's rotating just in the upper levels, not on the surface, but it is technically rotating in the upper levels. I don't think that's going to make it down to the surface though, but we'll see. Driving from New Mexico back to Central Texas, trying to avoid the weather tomorrow. So we are planning on hitting the road at 12 a.m. All right. Well, good luck on that. Yeah, this storm over here near Columbus, Mississippi is warned for 1.25 inch hail and 60 mile per hour winds. So we can get some camera on that. Oh, yeah, look at that. Let me hide my camera here so I can get out of the way and make this a little bit bigger.
A considerable severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
Oh, wow. So that must be this storm. Back over here, let me check out that. 70 mile per hour. Wow. Kind of miscommunication here from the National Weather Service in this area. I'm assuming they are going to make this severe thunderstorm warning 70 mile per hour winds as well. But 70 mile per hour winds, that's nothing to scoff at. That is certainly a storm that can cause a little bit more damage than a 60 mile per hour wind storm. You're talking about the potential for some trees to go down. Definitely some potential, a little bit higher potential now for some power outages with a thunderstorm like this. And most of those strongest winds are in the southern side here. And those are eventually going to make it into McAllen and Bessemer. here within the next 20 to 30 minutes. So you guys need to be definitely indoors and away from windows. And the fact that we still have such a strong cold pool surge also means that you cannot rule out this storm trying to become tornadic still. Will likely be a weak and brief tornado if it is one, but it is certainly one that you don't want to be caught outside during. Probably have a rough drive tonight if he wants to be in Peoria for tomorrow's storms. Yeah, but that's the storm chaser life. Drinking a 12-pack of Red Bull and hitting the road. Yeah, you can see here on radar all around this area. So when we're looking at a storm and its potential intensity, we usually look on the leading edge of this gust front. And when you have these colors of blue going into darker blue, especially around in this area, that indicates that we have above 60-mile-per-hour winds across pretty much the entirety of this storm. The reason why they've probably increased this to a severe thunderstorm with 70-mile-per-hour wind potentials is because this part of the storm is actually getting closer to our radar. And if we come over here with our marker, you can see that we are indicating 73.8 mile-per-hour winds. So that is indicating that, you know, we could definitely have some stronger winds near the surface, potentially up to 70 miles per hour. So even people over there in McCalla do need to be keeping an eye, or do need to be indoors and away from windows as this storm approaches. Again, 70-mile-per-hour winds is definitely strong enough to knock over some trees. So, you know, if you're outside or if you're driving, you're definitely putting yourself at more of a risk in a storm like this than maybe if it was just like some garden variety thunderstorm. Hello, hello, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. I was hoping we'd be able to call it a night tonight, but Mother Nature said not so fast. Are these all Alabama? Are these all... Okay.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
Cannot use that one. Cannot use that one. Cannot use that one. All right, let me try to find another camera that is not those cameras in the Birmingham area. Unfortunately, the Alabama cameras are a little funky. They do not work on stream. Hey, there's no cameras. I have no cameras in Birmingham. Let me just try Algo again and see if they've changed their mind. Let me see if this works. Yeah, see how it's black? Like on my screen, there is I can see cars and a storm and everything. But somehow they can tell that it's on stream. And I don't know how they do that. Some fancy technology, I guess. Let me just double check. I feel bad for everybody in Weather Circle. I always feel bad when I'm making changes to the app. I'm pretty sure I don't have you set up here. Okay. No. All right. Ignore that. There we go. Let me see if I can do something code-wise. All right, latest scan on our storm. It looks like we are getting that rotation develop again with this little cold pool surge over there near Bull City. If that gets any stronger, we could be very close to a tornado warning yet again. And yeah, on reflectivity, You can see how this storm has gone more from a flat storm to a flat Stanley to more of a bulging segment here. And that is our stronger winds on the southern side of this storm, really surging out yet again. So we are probably going to see these winds intensify even further. Yep. On our latest scans, and that's exactly what has happened here. We are getting closer to the radar, which means we are seeing closer to the ground, and we are now getting potentially up to 86-mile-per-hour winds with this storm, about to head into the Mud Creek area near Johns and Adger, as this is a very potent storm. So again, could even get a PDS severe thunderstorm warning on this with an 80-mile-per-hour severe thunderstorm warning, which again would basically be like a large, technically a large weak tornado. Even without a tornado, those 80-mile-per-hour winds can cause a lot of damage. So if you are out in this area, I would certainly be ready, especially if you have trees in your near your house, to kind of move to the lowest portion of your house with as many roofs or ceilings above you as possible. Because if a tree falls, you know, it's going to hit those walls and the ceiling first. You want to have as many walls in between you and the outside, and also as many ceilings. So if a tree does fall on your house, you know, you are as safe as possible, as you can be at least. But yeah, I mean, these winds will most certainly knock out power for a decent amount of folks. Let me, if those winds are making it down to the surface, which I mean, we're getting pretty darn close to the radar. Let me see how close we are. Yeah, we're only looking up about 1,600 feet into the storm. So those 80-mile-per-hour winds are almost definitely making it down to the surface. So I would not be surprised if we are getting some reports out here of, you know, of trees falling right now and power going out. It's like a brief hurricane. Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. It's you know, hurricane winds can get up to, and this latest scan is looking even worse. That's actually looking like the rain is curling around the circulation rather than it just surging. So I got a feeling we might unfortunately see a couplet on the latest scan. The couplet is not going to be strong enough for a tornado, as there is no debris signature, but it is definitely way more of a definite couplet here, just to the west of Mud Creek. So not only do we have potentially up to 85-mile-per-hour winds surging to the south and east towards Mud Creek, we now have a couplet that could very well support a tornado soon. So would not surprise me if we got a tornado warning now. You know, Alabama's pretty conservative there. I've judged a lot of my thresholds, in which I think is enough for a tornado warning by a lot of Alabama standards. So the fact that I think now that a tornado warning is about to happen, unless we see this fall apart on the next scan and they haven't issued that tornado warning yet, then I can see it coming. I can see it coming especially over there near McCalla. So can I cover the one in East Bama? What? The storms over here near Rome? Yeah, like over here near Center and Cedar Bluff, Piedmont, and Jacksonville. As of right now, we have a large severe thunderstorm warning out over here with 60-mile-per-hour winds. Not seeing anything what's happening down here near the Birmingham area happening up here, but we definitely have a line of thunderstorms coming through. So if you do live in this area, I would be indoors and away from windows. All right, let's come back over here. All right, latest scan. All right, there is still definitely a couplet. It's still not a super tight, compact couplet. You know, you can see that we do have some grays on the northern side, and we do have some, you know, darker greens near our blues, which indicates some relative rotation. But the main thing that I'm noticing here on this latest scan is just how strong our winds have gotten near Mud Creek. We are now talking about almost 90-mile-per-hour winds, potentially making it down to the surface near Mud Creek. We are talking only about 1,500 feet off the ground. We're probably going to get a PDS severe thunderstorm warning for this. If we didn't, I'd be very surprised. You know, 86-mile-per-hour winds at 1,500 feet, that's definitely going to bring at least 75 to 80 mile per hour winds to the surface. So it seems to be a wind-driven severe thunderstorm warning. Well, we had a tornado warning on it earlier, and it started off just very similar to like this. We had a very strong wind gusts on the southern side, and heading into McCalla. Springfield, Illinois. What about Springfield? Coming after the last few days, honestly, a storm like this with that significant of winds is a little bit of a surprise. I mean, I definitely thought we could get 60 to 70 mile per hour winds with this storm, but with any of our storms in general. But getting up into 80 mile per hour winds, that's a little bit surprising to me. I mean, and it's still going. It is still going with those really strong winds. I mean, we're still talking about that potential for up to 89, 87 miles per hour. Yeah, still waiting on that latest scan, but McCalla still needs to be, preferably in your safe spots. I mean, again, we're talking about something that can produce almost EF1 type damage, and something that can produce brief hurricane force wind type damage. So I would definitely be indoors and away from windows at the very least, and at the very most, I would definitely be in your safe spots. You think YouTube freezes once every 3 minutes? Really? God, that's so annoying. There's a lot of lightning with these storms, as you can see. It seems like most of our lightning is back behind the storm, but there are a couple strikes that are happening on the leading edge. You see a lot of our lightning strikes are actually happening behind our line. Yeah, our storm has still got a quite significant Bowen segment here. Still looking like a pretty dangerous wind threat. We'll see what our latest radar scan is saying. And the good news is for a lot of Alabama is that this is the only storm that has this kind of potential. It's just kind of in that sweet spot for a damaging windstorm. So I really don't think we're going to see this widespread threat, or this threat become more widespread. One of the things that I do want to say though is maybe a storm over here near Columbus, potentially down the line, could eventually cause something similar, because this is what that storm back over here looked like when it was back over near Pontotoc. Kind of looked a little bit supercellular. It even got a tornado warning in it at one point, and then eventually that cold pool really surged out. But as of right now, it's geez Louise, stop blowing up my phone, brother. Jeez. My friend is blowing up my phone. He's just annoying the crap out of me because he knows I'm live. He's probably getting a kick out of hearing my cell phone notification go off. All right, latest scan here near Adger and Valley Creek. We still have some pretty strong winds on the southern side. Still around 80 mile per hour winds being recorded here on our radar. Our current severe thunderstorm warning is still 70 mile per hour winds, but if you're in McCalla, I would treat this very seriously there, as widespread power outages are certainly possible. YouTube has never froze on you during any live streams. That's crazy. Because it always freezes for me when I'm watching other streamers. I think this is the camera we can watch. Yeah, it is. Let me make this big. This is over here in Alabaster. Let me hide my face really quick. As you can see, there's a lot of lightning with this storm. Holy moly. You know, I wonder what happened. If I go over to here. Oh, is that Rob? What is Rob doing? He's near a storm. I'm not sure which one. Anybody know what storm Rob is near? Okay, let me try this really, really quick. I'm gonna do this here, interact. And then okay, that did nothing. Interact, launch, browser app. And then we'll put this as like its own thing. So when I switch back over, not that one, this one in Alabaster. There we go. Okay. Wow. Lots of lightning on this storm near McCalla. Now let me take both of these off here, and then I can bring up my capture device again. There we go. All right, latest scans look like our winds are dying down a little bit. We're talking about 78 miles per hour, but the difference between 78 miles per hour and 80 is pretty minimal. Still going to cause some decent amount of power outages and some trees to fall down. So again, please continue to be seeking shelter from this storm. I do want you guys in McCalla and Bessemer to still be treating this kind of like a tornado warning and continuing to be in the innermost interior portion of your house. Let me see where Rob... Does anybody know where Rob is? I'm looking at chat right now. You got a lot of lightning on his stream. Oh. I don't think that's anything. I don't think that's tornadic.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
Severe thunderstorm warning has been issued out over in Georgia. It's going to be Cave Spring, Livingston, Friendship, Cunningham, Chubtown, Melson, Avery, Rolling Wood, Poetry, Holland, Fouche, and Oarsman all need to be indoors and away from windows. That's going to be for 60 mile per hour winds. Where'd this come from? It's coming from the same complex of, oh my gosh, that was a big lightning bolt on Rob's stream. It's coming from over here. The same complex is, we're just getting, we said it a couple times tonight. talking about cold pool surges and how that could be the catalyst for some of our storms today. And we really didn't get it until about now. And this is the first cold pool surge that we've seen, where the cold air builds up and the gradient between the cold and the warm gets so intense that you really start to see some pretty strong winds as the colder air evacuates and mixes with that warmer air. Will it affect the mid-Atlantic? No. The future path of this storm is over here near Bessemer, Helena, and Indian Springs. They come pretty close to Wilsonville. Alabaster needs to be watching this storm as well. Let's come back and look at this storm from a distance again. This is our live view of the storm from Alabaster. Rob is just east of Columbus, Mississippi. Where is Columbus? Columbus. Oh, okay. So he's on the other severe thunderstorm warning. This is the severe thunderstorm that's coming into Columbus right now with $half sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. You see it here on radar, right in there. We have quite the, what appears to be maybe a little bit of a microburst. Let me see. It's like a microburst signal to me. Definitely a downburst of some sort here with this storm. See how we got the reds going this way and the greens going this way, indicating that we've had some very heavy rain hit the ground here, and that can cause
thunderstorm
some
warning
strong
has
winds
been
there.
issued for these areas.
Considerable severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for some parts of Alabama. I think that, not that one. I guess they're just giving an update on this. Yeah, they're still saying 70-mile-per-hour winds are possible. Let me just do a refresh to make sure. Okay, yeah. Of course, it was behind. So yeah, they are extending this 70-mile-per-hour wind warning for areas like Pelham, Alabaster, Columbiana, and Wilsonville. Again, those 70-mile-per-hour winds are definitely going to be, oh, geez. We're getting those winds pick up again over here near Lakeview Estates, about to cross over 2059 with 82.8-mile-per-hour winds. Now approaching McAdory and Thomas Acres, Westlake, Oakwood, Lacey's Chapels, Phillip Estates. We're talking about the Alabama Adventure Alabama Adventure and Splash Adventure, Medical West Hospital, Shady Brook. If any of those places sound familiar to you, you're going to be very close, if not in the direct path of these strong winds. And if we draw a storm track from this and forward, you can see that this is likely gonna be in Helena in 16 minutes and Alabaster in 20. So if you live in this area, make sure that you guys are continuing to be treating this again like like you would if somebody said, hey, a weak tornado is coming to your house. Treat it like that, because that is exactly how this damage is going to act like as it comes to this area. And not to mention, we are starting to see a little bit more rotation now near Lakeview Estates. A little bit more rotation out of our latest scan. Let's come back over and look at our lightning from this storm. We still have it. This camera is positioned near Alabaster, so we should see it pretty good as it gets closer to Alabaster. Yeah, Southern Michigan isn't a strong tornado threat. I think it's a 2% tomorrow for Southern Michigan. So pretty low chance, but I wouldn't rule it out. Douglasville. Let me see where Douglasville is. Douglasville is back over here near Lithia Springs. You still got a while until the storm gets to you. Let's do a estimated storm track. Let's see. It's moving to the south and east at 40 miles per hour. It looks like Douglasville within about almost an hour and a half, like an hour and 20 minutes over there for Douglasville. Your threat's going to be 60-mile-per-hour winds. the radar turns into this little cross. A little bit of a bug. All right, latest scans, still a little bit of a couplet here, just to the west of Bessemer. Still not seeing any debris signatures, so still no indication that this tornado is on the ground yet, or that we have a tornado on the ground. But we did have a brief couplet, but I would say in comparison to our last scan, our couplet is not as strong. So that's technically some good news, but we are still seeing some pretty dang strong winds on the southern side of this, potentially still up to 80-mile-per-hour winds, about to move into Thomas Acres near the Alabama Adventure and our Alabama and Splash Adventure. If we draw a short-term storm track for Lacey Chapels and Hilltop, we're talking about 6 minutes in Lacey Chapel and 7 minutes near Phillip Estates. All right, newest scan has just come in. The velocities are a little bit weaker, actually a lot weaker, around 68-mile-per-hour winds near Thomas Acres. Hopefully this storm dies. We'd really like to see that before it makes it any further, as it's probably already caused a decent amount of damage. Looks like Rob is getting a lot of lightning, and he looks like he's about to put up a drone, so let's keep an eye on his stream here.
Rob, just be advised.
Any rotation? Yeah, the storm was at a tornado warning earlier, which is why we went live again. And there was some decent rotation then, and we just had another brief moment of rotation, so I don't think the storm is quite finished yet. Man, look at those big freaking strikes. My goodness. Did that lightning bolt just strike twice? He's going to put that drone up, and it's immediately going to get struck by lightning. What in the heck? This is over here near Columbus, Mississippi. Very active severe thunderstorm happening over here, and potentially the hail is getting worse on this storm. We might be about to see a drone view here, so let's just wait just a moment. Jeez, the CG lightning is absolutely
I'm
insane.
probably cooking the drone right now. I'm probably cooking the drone, chat. But if you could see what I could see, oh my gosh.
Show us.
We have to get this out.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Rob, you got more hail popping up on radar, just so you know.
Jeez, the lightning is crazy. Yeah, definitely keep your phones charged, especially if you're in the path of the storm near Alabaster and Wilsonville, Alabama.
All right, the drone's got to come down,
That
guys.
info is right over Columbus.
Golly! Did that just cause a power flash? Jeez. That was a huge bolt. I'll tell you what, these cloud to ground lightning near Columbus is quite nuts. He can't even get his drone back to his car. The wind's too strong.
I got to go get the drone, and I don't want to.
Dude, please be careful, man. That lightning
But
is
I got
striking
to.
way too close.
Shit. Please don't fucking strike me!
Run!
Ah!
Run, run,
We
run!
gotta go. I want back in the corner. Oh my gosh.
The suspense is killer, bro. Oh my goodness.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
All right, latest scan over here. Okay, winds are still weakening around Bessemer. So we're still talking about a pretty strong storm, but we're starting to see those velocities decrease down into 58 miles per hour, which is great news. It means that our cold pool surge is losing momentum. But man, this storm back over near Columbus has just so much lightning. Thankfully, it's not much of a tornado threat
A considerable
as of
severe
right now,
thunderstorm
but
warning has been issued.
you know, if we get a
areas.
cold pool surge, we could certainly see that threat get a little bit worse. And we're talking about over here near Ethelsville, Macedonia, Carrollton, and Reform, where we just got a new severe thunderstorm warning for 70-mile-per-hour winds. And then back over here near Louisiana, we also just got a new severe thunderstorm warning with this storm. Still not a whole lot of rotation. Maybe a little tiny couplet there, but super weak rotation. Heading out to the east with wind and hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds possible over there near Franklinton. My goodness. Let's come back over and look at our storm that is approaching the Bessemer area and Alabaster area. Thing has wild structure though. Jaden got a dope drone shot. Nice. Yeah. If this storm was like, if this storm ever gets tornado warned near Columbus, I might consider getting Jaden stream. I think we can. I'm not sure. Is he? Oh,
A radar indicated tornado warning has been issued for
Really?
these areas.
oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that might be legitimate. Maybe. It's kind of in a weird spot of the storm. He's got a tornado warning back over here now to the west of Ethelsville. In Mississippi, and that rotation is very close to Columbus. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a weird spot for some rotation to be. I'm not gonna lie, but this is kind of a weird storm. It's kind of a weird looking storm. Maybe it's you know, just like a little embedded supercell or an embedded area of strong winds moving in this direction, and then you know, the outflow boundary of this storm is wrapping back into its inflow, causing a brief little area of some pretty decent rotation near Baker subdivision. I will say this has the it definitely has the look of a radar signal that does seem contaminated. It's very blocky. So not exactly sure. One thing that does concern me a little bit about this storm is that we're also seeing man, and then we've got just a bunch of hail over this. We might be dealing with some hail contamination, and this hailstorm, yeah, it's now become considerable. Not just the 70-mile-per-hour winds that are bad on this storm, but also the now golf ball sized hail near Ethelsville, Macedonia, Reform, and Carrollton, Alabama, and Tuscaloosa down the line. This is coming your way. Going to come very close to you. So this is the storm that Tuscaloosa now needs to be paying attention to.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
New severe thunderstorm warning back over there in Tennessee, Mississippi. Why is that saying Mississippi, Tennessee? Wonder if my program got confused. Over there near Oakland and Water Valley and Taylor, we have a severe thunderstorm warning in Mississippi. I don't know why that pop-up said Tennessee, but Water Valley and Taylor all need to be indoors and away from windows. Let's go back to Rob, who is right next to our tornado warned storm.
I'll be advised, they have upgraded the hail size tool.
He is literally right next to it. This is the storm near Columbus, Mississippi. Oh my gosh, they just upgraded this storm to baseball-sized hail. This
Hey,
storm
brother,
now has
you need to find somewhere to
baseball-sized
take
hail.
cover.
Yeah, Rob, you're about to finish off your windshield, my dude.
I need a cigarette, dude. I gotta pee. There's so much right now. I guess I need to do this before it
Dude's
gets
going
here.
through it right now.
Please don't strike me or my thing. I have my thing out. I don't want that to be struck. Please,
Oh,
Lord.
he's peeing.
Oh my God, that was so close. I gotta get back in the car, bro. Oh
When he
my
said
God, I'm
thing,
about
he
to be
literally
killed.
meant his thing. He just went outside the car to pee in a tornado warning. Does it get any more storm chaser than that?
Yeah, I'm working on it, chat. I'm working on it. It's
You can actually hear the sirens in the background if you listen carefully. I'll shut up. Wow, look at that storm. You can see the structure on the left side. There's so much lightning. let me check back on the latest scan here on our radar. This is the storm here near Columbus, Mississippi. That is tornado warned currently. It also has, where's that? What the heck? There it is. Yeah, the tornado warning has a hail marker on it for baseball-sized hail. Baseball-sized hail. And that is likely located here near Baker Subdivision in Eastwood Hills and Christopher Hills. This is why our storm is tornado warned. And again, I think that's just gotta be an area of either hail contamination or side lobe contamination. But I mean, it's interesting. It does have a little area, a little bit of a dangly bit. There might be some legitimate rotation in there. Well, I'll keep an eye on it. I'm not seeing any debris signature, thankfully, but Christopher Hills and Brookwood Estates, you do got some debris coming your way called ice debris. Some baseball-sized pieces of ice are going to fall out of the sky into subdivision, Baker Subdivision, and near Christopher Hills, Eastwood Hills. And some of this, because we do have a broad area of circulation, could get kind of slung out from this area and then carried just north of Whitebury as well. So please be very careful around this storm. Be in your safe spots, of course. But yeah, let's go back to our storm chaser, who is right on the Alabama border. As you can see, the welcome to the Sweet Home Alabama sign. He is just out in front of our tornado warned supercell. That sign's about to get a couple of dents. Jeez, you can hear that that thunder. Sounds like a soundtrack. You usually don't hear thunder on Storm Chaser streams, but this is very close lightning, as you can just see there. I think that's hail. Oh, in the Alabama severe? No, it's not a debris signature. We are getting a... do want to switch back over here. Oh my gosh, huge lightning bolt there again. We do have some stronger winds trying to redevelop on our storm near Hoover, Alabama, and Highland Crest. A little bit stronger winds just to the east of Bessemer. And those winds are about to move into Indiana Springs. So if you live in this area, please continue to be indoors and away from windows. This is still warned for 70-mile-per-hour winds. And those 70-mile-per-hour winds are likely about to enter into Highland Crest here in Alabama. Again, that's just south of Birmingham. And that lightning is loud.
All right,
and this is what that storm looks like, by the way. This is the view out of Alabaster. See how fast the clouds are moving, how much lightning this storm as well has. All right, looks like he's putting another drone up. Man.
SD card's full. I'm gonna get struck by lightning trying to delete a damn file. Delete these. Just delete them. Hurry up, damn it. We're running out of time.
In the middle of a lightning storm, right next to a metal sign. That drone's got to get struck. Surely. I guess drones are made out of plastic. Oh my gosh, it looked like that lightning bolt hit him. I thought we lost somebody there for a split second. Or at least he would have gone unconscious. I mean, these lightning bolts are powerful. That was 2 lightning bolts back there. I mean, listen, guys, Rob don't care. He will literally get pelted by baseball-sized hail like he's about to get right now just to look at a storm. He's right next to that hail core. What is the drone even going to see?
Power flashes.
Oh,
I believe we have a small funnel in this.
He thinks he sees power flashes. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything on radar that indicates a tornado. But maybe some... Oh my gosh. I hate the angle of this camera and those lightning bolts in the background. I keep thinking he's getting struck. I can't believe he's out there with that drone.
Oh shit.
Did he just
lose his drone?
Shit. He just lost his drone.
This is bad, chat. This is bad. Oh, hurry up! Fuck!
Oh, there it is. He's fine. Here comes the hail. Here comes the hail. That's why he was cursing. He was getting hit by hail.
Shit. Shit, 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 shit.
If you have kids, cover their ears, folks. Oh, he's gonna get slammed by this hail, isn't he? He might be able to get out ahead of it. What is that?
They need to
sound?
stop. They need to stop. In case they need to get in the ditch. Oh, I'm pretty sure I saw a funnel underneath that wall cloud, and it is literally, there is a swirling mass of rain headed straight here.
So he really does think he saw a funnel cloud. I mean, it can't be your typical kind of funnel.
Thunderstorm warning has been
It's
issued
got to be
for
some.
these
It's got to
areas.
be some type of gustnado looking feature because I'm just not seeing any strong rotation on our storm, literally anywhere on radar. So let me see where we are in relation to any radars. We are kind of, we're pretty close to the radar. It must have been Scud that he saw. Oh my gosh. Look at this. This is the storm coming into Alabaster. Look at those pancakes. We've got pancakes on this storm. That's pretty cool looking. Not gonna lie. It looks like it's a flying saucer coming into near Alabaster right now. Jeez Louise. That looks pretty cool. All right, let's go back to Rob. Let's see. Oh my gosh, this lightning is insane.
Oh, it's not in front of me, Chad. It's behind me to my right.
This lightning is crazy. Again, guys, this is Rob McBay on YouTube. At the very least, give this man a subscription. We'll rate him again if he's still live. We'll rate him twice because he's doing a great job. Again, this is the tornado warning that's back over south and east of Columbia, Mississippi. Oh, he lost connection there for a little bit. We'll come back to him when he gets it back. But he is right next to this storm that is warned right now for some baseball-sized hail, and that's why he was cussing earlier, because he was probably starting to feel some of that smaller hail hit him, and he knew that hail was coming. I think he's gotten back out in front of our storm, though. So let's see what we see. We're probably going to see more lightning. Okay, he said back there is where he saw the funnel. He's got to show us this footage, right?
All right, we're going to hold here for a second, guys.
Keeps dropping every 10 to 12 seconds. That's crazy. Yeah, YouTube is terrible, man. I don't know what's wrong with this live stream because not me.
You can see the...
I got 51,000 kilobits up.
Here. Ten-4, John. Look at this massive tornado warned supercell behind me. It is producing huge hail for Dixie. We're on the Alabama state line, and we have a massive mothership coming right now, producing almost 2-inch hail. Insane, constant cloud-to-ground lightning. This whole thing is completely lit up here. We've been having to run from it. We're fixing to have to run again. Wow, amazing pitchfork lightning striking the ground behind me right here. We're starting to get hail, and it's slapping my knuckles. We're gonna have to move. Gonna have to move, guys. Gonna have to move.
Slapping his knuckles. This is knuckle slapping hail, folks. We've got knuckle slapping hail pushing down to the south and east towards Ethelsville in Macedonia. Now, this actually might be a legitimate area of rotation right there. No. That is 2 minutes old. So that means that rotation is still in the clear air. Still in the clear air, but, on the leading edge of this storm, there is definitely, still a decent little gust front here with little tiny eddies probably circulating along the leading edge. So I got a feeling that is what it like that there is maybe some gust NATO possibilities on the north on the edge of that, but I'm not sure. But back over here, oh, what is that? Little dangly bit under this storm near Alabaster. There's no rotation on radar, so this is likely just some scud. But got some stronger winds on velocities here, moving into the County Ridge Estates, Morning Sun Villas, Mountain Brook, and Eagle Point here in eastern Birmingham. About to move out of the Birmingham area, still with some 70-mile-per-hour winds possible. Let's come back over to Rob and see if he escapes the hail again. But I just want to look at this lightning. This lightning is crazy.
I got to get out of the hell core right now,
This is
Drew.
one of the craziest
hard
lightning
to do all this right
yes,
now.
we see lightning a lot.
So I'm just trying to do the best we can
Audio's
here.
really loud.
A really fast moving cell here, and the pitchfork lightning out is just insane.
I mean, we see a lightning a lot, so that's not the insane part. The crazy part is that almost all of it, or most of it, is cloud to ground lightning.
Absolutely insane right now.
Which is you don't see very often. Where is this at? This is just to the south and east of Columbus, Mississippi, heading towards Reform and Carrollton, Alabama. It is likely going to be in Carrollton. Potentially, I'm not sure if they've downgraded the hail, but it's going to be in Reform in about 25 minutes. And it's going to be in Carrollton, the southern side, in about 39 minutes. Is that his? Oh, I think he's getting hail. Oh, he's in the hail.
Quarter size hail falling.
Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah. He's in the hail. He says he's got quarter-sized hail. I don't know how he sees literally anything right now, because I can't see a dang thing.
The couplet's gonna catch me, guys.
There is no NATO down on our storms. Very high winds in Birmingham. Let me check back with that. No, I mean, it's still about 60-mile-per-hour winds. 60 to 65. Let me just double check yeah, the highest wind reading I'm seeing is around 60-mile-per-hour winds, which is really close to our radar, so that's a pretty dang accurate reading.
Oh! It got me in the lip!
He got hit in the lip.
Wind's changing, wind's changing, wind's changing, wind's changing.
Winds changing is not a good sign. He might be near the outflow of the storm, where there might be some gust NATO activity. I don't see any tornadic weather with him, like actual stronger tornado type rotation. But given how this outflow has been acting,
Fuck that! I'm not dying right here. You got me fucked up, Storm.
this guy. I love Rob. He's real.
60-mile-an-hour crosswinds.
Yeah, you can make the argument maybe he curses too much. I don't mind it. I know some people do, especially if they have their kids watching. I get that. But at least he's real, right? We need more real. I don't know what just happened to the audio. That strong winds in the storm too.
We're in a bad spot.
This storm is warned. He's fine. He'll be all right. But this storm is warned for 70-mile-per-hour winds, and you can definitely see that on his stream with that wind or with that hail as well. It's going to be pushing towards Melrose, Beards Mill, Reform, Stanzel, Owens, Carlos, and Carrollton. And again, they did drop this hail warning down to 2-inch hail. It is now down to 2-inch hail. But it's still big hail. That'll mess you up. And again, we're watching Storm Chaser Rob McBay on YouTube. That's who our Storm Chaser is. And as you can tell, he's just a real dude. I'm telling you, this Rob is gonna blow up. Because his personality is just one of a kind. As you guys see, he is the definition of an Alabama Storm Chaser. It has surprised me that he has stayed as well known as long as he has. He's a little bit of a gem.
My lips are bleeding, dude.
He got hit in
No
the lip
shit.
with some hail.
My lips are busted.
He busted his lip with hail. He was driving through that freaking hailstorm with his window down, wasn't he? He was driving through that thing with his window down. How did the hail hit his lip? Well, he was driving through the hailstorm with his window down.
Oh my God.
You can still hear the
Current
wind.
speed 105. Chat, we are literally, we're going very fast to get away from this. I've got my window down so I can hear because I can't see. I need to be able to smell and I need to be able to hear and feel the wind.
Did he just say 105?
Oh! Oh, shit! Woo! I gotta shit my pants, bro! Oh my God!
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, this isn't a very friendly family stream, but I mean, he's acting like, don't act like, if you're a mom watching right now, I understand you got to put your little hands on your kids' ears if they're watching this. I get that, but you deep down know if you were driving away from this storm, you'd be saying the same stuff. You'd be saying the same stuff. As long as you can admit that,
This sucker.
and you know what? You're real too. All right, latest scan here with our storm. Still not seeing a whole lot of rotation, but man, do we still got one heck of a hail core on this sucker just to the west of Reform, Alabama, and that is still pushing down towards Reform pretty quickly here. Again, this storm is moving to the south and east at 35 miles per hour, so it's going to be in Reform pretty quickly. So again, if you live out in this area, just be indoors and away from windows. This is that kind of hail that will likely cause some damage. All right, so probably have just enough time. You can see the lightning isn't striking around you yet, but it's about to get into that range where you're going to start cussing and screaming just like Rob if you don't get your car in just right now. So go ahead and do that. Get your pets in, get your car in, as you got some pretty big hail coming your way. Hopefully that hail downgrades before it gets to you, but you definitely don't want to. You definitely don't want to be caught outside in this storm, or your dog, or your car. And thank you, Regina, for the $2 donation. Thank you so much. Keep him. Oh, I'm keeping him. I love Rob. I watch him all the time when he goes live because he's just hilarious. Like when he's not near storms, he gets a little quiet. He talks a lot though when he's near a storm, and man, when he's in the storm, he's hilarious, man. He's like a storm chaser comedian. But the crazy thing is, he's just being himself. All right, looks like he's actually got out ahead of the storm. As he continues to be, I think at this point, he's not a storm chaser. He is getting chased by the storm. That's interesting. He rolls his windows down so he can feel the wind and smell the air. Did y'all catch that earlier? Storm runner aware. He's getting storm
We're almost
chased
in
right now.
Reform, Alabama. We're coming down 82.
The thing is that there's actually some science behind that. When the
let's turn
hail
around,
hits
check
the
our
ground before
structure.
the storm comes through, it hits a bunch of trees and leaves, and you can actually smell that before the hail comes in. So if you know what that smells like, that can help. Feeling the wind direction, that's super important. Reed talks about that all the time. Hey, thank you, Daniel, for the $10. Thank you so much. Keep doing what you're doing. Thanks for the weather coverage. FYI, I smell the air when I'm fishing for stripers. There you go. There you go. Do you smell the fish too? Are you one of those people that kisses the fish? I bet you do. It's a nice big old mouth bass. Probably kisses the fish. And I bet you does it on the lips. Hey, if it's a big fish, it deserves a big kiss, right? Hey, thank you so much for that $10 though, Daniel. I do appreciate that. But a quick reminder, guys, if you do want to donate, please donate via Venmo or Cash App. We get 100% of that, whereas on YouTube, we only get 70%. So if you really want to help support this channel out, donate to us on Cash App and Venmo. It helps pay for everything. The radar programs, the internet, the lights, the food, Chaz's meals. We don't take any sponsorships. The only little sponsorship that we have is our own app, which is on the fritz right now, which is why we're not using it. As you can see, our storms are all sideways. Storms are all sideways, and yeah. So I gotta mess around with that the rest of tonight, probably going into tomorrow. So that'll be fun. But yeah, you guys have been absolutely tremendous so far and keeping this channel alive, and I really do appreciate that.
We're in the middle of bumfucked Egypt right now, and we have a live stream up and running, live chats. We're live streaming this, guys.
He's live streaming
in the middle of nowhere, and I'm going to show you how we do it. Right here, we have a Starlink that is doing its thing, getting a space internet, so it's pretty nifty. It's almost like witchcraft, but a little bit different. And I'm going to show you this beauty right here, guys. This beauty right here, chat, is the ISP Tech Chaser Internet. Now, I can't show you the greatest view of it right now because we are in the middle of a severe thunderstorm warning that's trying to produce a tornado with golf ball size hail and constant cloud to ground lightning that is trying to murder me. But this is the beautiful ISP Tech Internet right here.
Yeah, ISP Tech is good. I'm gonna get them as well because they also have backup power and stuff for like live streaming setups. That is actually, like, if you have a little bit of cash saved up, ISP Tech is
the
actually
secret
like,
to the sauce here is ISP Tech Chaser Internet. Now, it doesn't get any better than that.
And
it's
I'm not
got
paid
two
by them to say that.
data uplinks right now, Verizon
But I know like
and
tons of storm chasers that
AT&T,
all use
and
that
it's
same
also
thing.
bonded to the Starlink that's up here on the roof of the car. Now, this is an expensive setup. It's not cheap.
All right,
all of it together.
He's doing a little storm chaser rundown. So while he's doing that, let's come back over to here and give an update on all of our storms. We still have this severe thunderstorm moving into the Georgia area. And check this out. We got a little bit of a wind surge on this storm now. So we've got to watch the northern side of this, just north of Buchanan, for maybe a quick little spin up there in between Buchanan and Rockmart, over there near Braswell and Yorkville as well, Brenham, Mount Zion. And eventually this line segment is going to try to make it into the Atlanta area. So if you live in Atlanta, East Point, Douglasville, Marietta, or Roswell, I'd be keeping your eye on this storm. Definitely could get a lot of lightning out of this. You don't want to be caught outside with that. And then also further down to the south near like Heflin and Hollis Crossroads, we have some severe weather there. This storm just went through Birmingham and is now making its way through Columbiana and Wilsonville. So Birmingham, you are good to go for the rest of the day. Man, we got some weird stuff happening over here. Okay. We are good. I mean, I'm seeing little couplets here, but I don't think those
been issued for these areas.
I'm not sure if those are legitimate or not. I want to wait one more scan on that. We did just get an extended severe thunderstorm warning over here near Childersburg and Sylacauga. If you're just now tuning in, we just had a tornado warning just to the west of Birmingham. That's been allowed to expire. And we just had a tornado warning just to the east of Columbus, and that's been about to expire. And now we're watching a couple of storms. This one is still pretty outflow dominant, but it's packing. It's packing now. Okay, that's good news. They did drop the hail of this storm from 2-inch hail back down to 1-inch hail. So that's good news. By the way, guys, if you haven't liked the stream yet, please like it. Hit that like button. Do it. What are you waiting on? Just hit it. And then if you really want to, if you have enjoyed this live stream and have appreciated the coverage tonight, feel free to hit that subscribe button. I go live for Alabama for a lot less than I would typically do in most places because I live in northern Alabama. So you're subscribing to a local dude. I live just south of Huntsville and bumfuck middle of nowhere, Egypt. But it's near Huntsville. And then back over here near Franklinton, It looks like we still have some severe weather happening over here. 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. That's about to go into Franklinton as well. And then back over here in Mississippi, we have some hail in this storm with 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds heading up to New Hebron. Is the Blip Man live? That's funny. We are live right now. There's a little bit more than a blip out there, I'll tell you what. I'll do the composite view so everybody can see their storms for a little bit. Let's check back over at Weather Circle, even though our radar is still just absolutely messed up here. You know, it's crazy. It looks so bad, but I know the solution of it. So it will be a quick fix once I get off a stream. I was literally in the middle of changing that over, and then we got interrupted by a tornado warning. So I asked for some patience. I do want to check to see if we have any new posts in Weather Circle. Let's see here. Very loud and windy. That was a report. I think, yeah, over there near Gadsden earlier. We had high from Durham, Alabama, evening, lots of rain. Several CGs have hit my house and other structures in the area, according to public safety. Dan C says, heads up, Bessemer, if anyone is there, the storm is heading for you. That was earlier. And then Suzanne Netkinson says, easily 60, 70 mile-per-hour winds around Rob on the storm velocity. Yeah, that's the latest there from Weather Circle. All right, let's listen into this goober for a little bit. See what he's talking about.
We're in Reform, Alabama, Justin. Reform, Alabama. Headed Delta 82, trying to go towards Gordo. We're going to go a little past Gordo here. I believe we have a possible handoff here on the southern side. We have two areas of rotation inside of this storm. Right now, I think it's fighting a gust front that's trapped inside of it. So I think once it deals with that here in a second, you can see that on the radar there. We've got
see the difference though
each other.
Between like when he's near or in a bad storm and when he's outside of it? It's like a completely different person. All calm and collected. Would love to see lightning like that. Yeah, he's been seeing some crazy lightning on his storm. That is for sure. This storm it's not just that lightning that like lights up the sky or like, you know, streaks across the sky. A lot of the lightning, I would say almost the majority of the lightning is cloud to ground lightning, which means that you're going to be like, if you do get lightning near you in Reform, which you guys probably are getting right now, it is probably pretty dang loud as it comes and strikes the ground near you. All right, lead a scan back over here. Does look like this portion of the storm is weakening quite a bit. I don't think those 70 mile-per-hour winds are in there anymore. Okay, yeah, they did drop that severe thunderstorm warning back down to 60 miles per hour, and it looks like they have allowed this part of the severe thunderstorm warning to expire, and they've replaced it with a special weather statement. And yeah, we're still monitoring over here just north of Buchanan, where we still have a little bit of a wind surge and a tiny bit of rotation on the leading edge of this storm. So we're still keeping an eye on this. Still not concerning yet. Watching a little surge with the line in Georgia. Yeah, I've been we've been going back over here and checking on that little notch a couple of times. The lightning was nuts. Yeah, it was. It was pretty crazy. Thing on the HRRR has been slowly trending towards a more north warm front ahead of the sudden jolt north. Wait, what? Thank you, Meredith, Matt, Jessica, for subscribing. Welcome in. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day today. I know it's been a little bit loud and crazy out there today across most of Alabama, but the good news is that for a lot of us out here, it's over. We still got areas like Montgomery, Tuscaloosa as well. I do want, you know, folks in Tuscaloosa to be aware that this storm is coming towards you. It's going to either make a close approach to you. The good news is that we're not talking about crazy hail anymore. That hail threat with that storm is probably going to subside here. And I'm not really seeing any other storms that could potentially do the same thing that that storm just did in anywhere on the map. So it looks like for the most part, our large and dangerous hail threat should be subsiding. But this storm back over here near Reform and Carrollton does still technically have a rotational signature on it, but I do still think we're dealing with some side lobe contamination right now. But again, this storm's got a lot of rain in it. Eventually, it probably is going to produce a cold pull surge, kind of like its cousins did back over here. As you know, with everything in Alabama, these storms are related to each other in a certain way. So watch out. We got a lot of cousins, storm cousins out here. And a lot of these storms are merging. I tried to say that in the sneakiest way possible. What causes a cold pull surge? Honestly, yeah, I'm not really good at that subtle. I try to look for the words, but then the words come out before. But that's what I was trying to say. So. Bet you're proud about that. Oh yeah, us Alabamians, we're real proud about that fact. It's not true. I haven't met one person in Alabama that like legitimately has done that before. So although it is an evil and mean trope for our state, I mean, I've never met anybody that dates their cousin. Have y'all? All right, latest scan here. Still have a little area of rotation. Mostly, I wouldn't even call it rotation still. It's mostly still just damaging winds heading into Draketown. I still don't see, the orientation of this. You can see how it's slanted this way. If this were to become more of a tornado threat, it would probably be more slanted this way. So the orientation is wrong. It's mainly just a big surge of wind, but sometimes when you get these cold pull surges, you do have to watch that northern side. Yeah, what basically a cold pull surge is kind of like what it sounds. Essentially what it is that you get just a bunch of rain and you get a lot of cold air that kind of pulls up behind a storm.
A winter storm warning has been issued for these areas.
It kind of pulls up behind the storm, and then the longer that air is allowed to cool down, the bigger that cold air gradient gets in comparison to the warmer air that is out in front of it. And then eventually when they mix, that is when you start to see that cold pull surge. That warm air will surge on the inflow, and then you start to see rotation in between those things. And that's why when we have cold pull surges, we do tend to look for rotations on the northern side of those surges. But as of right now, our storms are behaving. Although this one still has potentially 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts in it. So if you live over there in Reform and Carrollton, or just east of that area near Gordo here in Alabama, would still be what's the word I'm looking for? Taking the storm seriously. Hey, did you walk into? Yeah, you walked into
Parking lot sucks.
a real stream. Welcome in. You've met a couple of real people.
I don't know why you're flashing your lights at me.
We're watching like the most real storm chaser on planet Earth.
The Piggly Wiggly, y'all. The Piggly Wiggly.
Family tree wreath. Yes, ma'am. Question is, what do you know about that family tree Christmas tree, though?
Not the best view, that's for sure.
The plastic one. That is obviously not a Christmas tree, like a real one, but
Get, right?
it does its job. You can put presents under it.
Really need a better view.
Yeah, latest scan here. Still, got some wind coming down here, but this storm looks like it's really settling down. A lot of our storms are settling down right now. I'm seeing a lot of our winds start to kind of disintegrate here. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna raid Rob again.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
And I'm going to continue trying to fix Weather Circle. So that's what we're going to do. Thank you, everybody, again for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe button before you head out. I'll be back on if another tornado warning happens, of course. I'll be up pretty much staring at the radar like crazy because I'm trying to fix it. So I'll be here if something else pops off. So I really do think we're about that phase where these storms should start to disintegrate into a lot less of a threat. But if you live over here near Talladega, with Wedowee, Franklin, and Douglasville, and over there near Tuscaloosa, I would still pay close attention to these storms, and because we could get some 60-mile-per-hour winds. The good news is that they did just lower the threat from this severe thunderstorm warning near Gordo. But yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back on tomorrow for sure for tomorrow's threat, and I have an appointment, a doctor's appointment on Wednesday at 11 a.m. And so I might be on late for that one, depending on when that severe thunder or that severe threat gets started, because I got to drive like 40 minutes to that doctor's office. But y'all stay here. Y'all stay here. We're going to raid Rob McBay. He's the storm chaser that's been chasing with us. So go over there. Show him some love for giving us a little show, okay? Go show him some love. As he just took a hail piece to the lip for you guys. So if you don't go over there and show him some appreciation and wait for me to raid him here and then wait for the stream to switch over, are you even a real Rob McBay fan? All right, guys. Enough yapping though. All right, y'all stay tuned. It's gonna switch you over automatically to a stream. Go like it, go subscribe. Don't forget to like and subscribe here. And I'll see you guys either again tonight or tomorrow, because I'll probably be up to around 2 trying to figure out this radar crap. All right, peace.